You need a real business. All right. So hopefully that helps you. Moving down the list. Thank you for your videos, Chris. It's always my pleasure. Joshua says, yes, I've got a question regarding 301 redirects. Please go ahead and toss them in. I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. Let's get rid of this. I'm connected through Ethernet. I'm on my downstairs computer, so. But I got great news. I have the rest of the stuff. Like, I really take my time with stuff, if anybody hasn't noticed. Which Jack in the Box? It's my son's. Sorry about that. Okay. So moving down the list here. So great stream, Chris. Is it using many Google accounts from one device to write reviews on GMBs effective? You can use the same device, but I would probably switch the IP, and you're going to need different GMBs. All right. So moving down the list here. So if I'm working in a niche where traffic is good and niche is not crowded, then can a single 301 redirect from expired domain can push my site up or not? Because I did some. All right. So crowded, can a single 301 redirect? So a 301 redirect could potentially help you. But with that being said, you know, it really depends on, I feel from at least the few that I have done, all right, in different niches for different clients. When it comes to a 301 redirect, you need to make sure that the site has not been offline. It should be receiving traffic. I'm looking for high referring domains, and if I'm planning on doing a 301, make sure that the content, the titles, the URLs, you know, the past site is highly relevant. If you're planning on directly 301ing it and not rebuilding it out and then, you know, repurposing it, make sure that it has a little bit of traffic and make sure that the content is almost identical, you know, like niche wise. It doesn't have to be identical content, but you get what I'm saying. All right. So topically relevant, and make sure it has traffic, and you'll see a lot better success and better results. As far as time frame, you know, I've seen, you know, one that I know, you know, that I've shared publicly before and I can talk about, I don't mind, is I got a conyersblog.us. The reason why I bought it was he was a state representative and I wanted to claim his panel, and he had a lot of wiki links. With that being said, I 301 redirected it, and it took about 3 weeks to start noticing a bump, but then it leveled back out. So I just want to, you know, that's what I can talk about publicly. All right. So the time frame ranges, but I learned a lot with it being topically relevant. Make sure the anchor texts are similar coming into the site, and make sure there's some traffic there. All right. So moving down the list here. Hey, Chris. Hello, Steven. That's good news. Jeremy. Yes, sir. Yep. It definitely was. My wife and I were very, very happy. You know, I'm blessed in multiple ways. So I try not to ever worry about things. You know, yeah, no worries, but thank you for your condolences. Moving down the list, thank you for being open and helping newbies for free. God bless you and your family. Thank you, Abdul. Yeah, that's, you know, without help along the way, obviously I wouldn't have learned a lot of lessons. I have a very silent partner. His name's Eric. I've never shared his last name. I was even cautious enough to not even friend him within my business accounts like Facebook and whatnot. But he, you know, he's a little bit older than me. He's really in the weeds with this type of stuff. Plus, you know, the SEO guys that are public that you see me with, like, I've asked numerous questions. I've learned a lot from these guys. And I've been floating around the forums and learning. So if it wasn't for sharing of information and people opening up, you know, through Skype and talking to people, and, you know, I wouldn't know as much as that I can share with you. So I'm never a problem, and I'm very happy to do it. Dinka says, I've asked a full question in a recent video, but you didn't answer. All right. Well, what's the question? I'll be happy to answer it. Emma says, Chris, I hope you're well. I'm very well. Great content. Is your CTR still available? Yeah, and I'm still making changes. I had a lot of requests for certain reiterations of certain pieces, so I was adding some videos. With that being said, too, the main objective when I started the training was to show people, to plant the seed, to give them the opportunity to learn that, hey, I could build my own network. But as I've been, showcasing and people have been going through the training, they're saying, hey, this is cool. I figured out how to do it. Some of the people put the pieces right together and already had a system in place. So they knew exactly how to send the traffic and knew what to do, and they're seeing results. I have 3 people already that took it and ran with it, plus others. But with that being said, I'm adding videos as a 20-foot overview videos, kind of like I do here on YouTube, because the stuff that I have set up that's currently I'm running through is for active clients. Like, this is how I know that it works. So I just want to take those concepts that I do, that I know that present value, and then I want to lay it out in a last section for people. So, great question. But yeah, my plan here is for 30 days, I'm going to leave it open. And I'll do like another, promotion of it. And then I'm just going to end it because I want everybody to be successful and I don't want too many people to see it. And then if the training gets too big, then it starts floating around everywhere. Then everybody's doing it. And now this concept is no longer valid. So, I don't make general purpose. That's why I don't call them courses. It's always a training, because I'm showing you how to do a very specific thing that I utilize. That's why if I launch a training, it's short. I get 30 people, 40 people, and then that's it, So in any case, but yeah, about 30 more days, I'll keep it open. If you hop in, keep checking back, because I'm adding new stuff, and as people give me more feedback, I make changes. How many PBN links can I send from a single host? Well, you can send out as many as you want, okay? Now, if we're thinking about setting up a real private blog network for yourself, then I would be sending it to different entities. Maybe even sell off a couple, but linking out to only 1 or 2 of the properties that can be connected back to you. I would just be very careful. As far as outbound, I would really divide, the outbound links up. I would be just very careful about where I'm linking to, and then the connection of those sites you're linking to back to yourself. Because you can link to yourself all you want, but make sure that when you're setting up those sites, that different hosting, different IP, even different locations, don't ever log in from the browser. Get really granular with the setup. There's a gentleman, his name is Daryl. I don't know his last name, but I can't even think of the name of his business. But I can see his logo. It has a lion on it. In any case, this gentleman took the time to write up on a scale from 1 to 10, probably about a 6 or a 7 of detail. And I can't think of his name. There's a lion logo. His name's Daryl. I can't think of the name of the business. But check out his report, his post. It's pretty good. So I would go there. Also, there's a company that does outreach, something like Mama or something. But he did a post, a video. It's not public. But if you look in his playlists, the unlisted videos are in the playlist, and then find the unlisted and then go watch it. You'll see that he talks about setting up a network, and it's very in detail. It's like 3 videos that are an hour a piece, and it's really good. So check that out. He talks about linking, setting up, how to do this. Like, he goes into it. I haven't done any, talking about that publicly yet. Any good book that I recommend? It's funny, I'm starting, as I've been making videos on this platform, I started looking for stuff that I'm interested in. And the kind of stuff that I'm interested in is obviously SEO. But right now, the books that I've been going out and downloading are from a guy, you might know who he is, you might not. But there's a guy named Russell Brunson. I downloaded his audiobooks. And another one, I know it might be funny, but I got this book called 10X. I got the audio version. I've been getting into that. That book's pretty cool. But other than that, no, I mean, that's just what I'm focusing on now, like audiobooks, like say I'm going for a walk on my treadmill or whatever the case is. That's what I'm listening to right now. So yeah, Russell's books are pretty cool. I mean, they're okay. And then Grant's books are pretty cool. I like those. For now, right now, anyway. So KP says, is there more videos regarding the using of the tools themselves? I'm not sure what tools you're speaking of. I'm not sure what tools you're speaking of. Let me know and I'll answer. All right, so I have a business in Canada. Do you have videos showing how to create the pillar posts and supporting pages? I have a GMB and want to set this all up properly. Does your paid training do that or YouTube? I mean, I just, with the trainings, I try not to make on-page training. I kind of like that idea because I think that would be helpful to a very broad audience, but I think that that's more of, it is a beginner concept, which is what this video is about. When I make videos, I try to make them broad, so I don't want to make it about a specific niche and then do this. So I've talked about it in the past. I've showcased it before, but I haven't really pinpointed it and made a solid video about it, like a 2-hour video tutorial on how to properly silo. But I think it's on my board to make a, how do you take your main topic? How do I do competitive analysis, like how I do it? How would I do competitive analysis? And then setting up a new local site from beginning till end. So, Steven, I would look forward to that because that's definitely coming up here very, very soon. So, yeah. All right, so I'm going to jump off here in a second as soon as I get through the rest of these videos. I don't want to do this for an hour today because I have some... I'm about to upload a bunch of videos to my training while I have some spare time here. So I'm going to answer the rest of these and then I'm going to hop off. But it's been a pleasure. If you have further questions, ask them in the comments. I answer any relevant question that doesn't have a URL in it or a profanity. All right. Hey, Chris, I smashed a fresh GMB build with Money Robot and triggered a PH for real estate category. This was after testing a brand together with Schema. I think that that's an interesting concept. If you were setting up a brand and if you were using Money Robot in the way that I would use it, I think that that's an interesting way. If you can duplicate that process again, I'd be highly interested in learning. I think I have a general idea of what you were doing, but I don't know if that's something that you can keep duplicating, Greg. But that's great to hear, though. Carl says, I'd like to get the CTR training. I have a service business in the UK. Yeah, as long as you have an internet connection or where you can get internet providers. But from a very large portion of people, whether it's time or, technical ability, mostly time is really it because I really break it down in the training. I'm pretty confident, about 100% confident, that what I'm going to do is scale a network. And I was what's the word I'm looking for? I was motivated. I was inspired by another person that set up their own network, and they were offering people positions to utilize their network. So I wanted to set up a network the way that I do, and then offer people a much more affordable solution that they could, get a time slot, per day, whatever they wanted, or maybe even set up fully functional networks for people, but at a much higher cost, obviously. So I'm 100% sure I want to offer it, so people can utilize it, be able to jump in, utilize it, see that it's effective, and then maybe from there build their own. Because what's better than offering somebody something for a few dollars so they could see a benefit, and then they'll say, oh, I want to learn how to do this then. So I'm 100% sure that's really the route I want to go. So Carl, get the training. I mean, I'm going to show you exactly what I do, but I have something that's a little bit better in the works. So yeah, any way you want to go, my friend. My CTR hasn't had videos in a few days. Let's scale your network, the last group of videos. Yeah, KP, it's like I mentioned before, it's been requested a lot of times. Okay, so here's the network, 2 different variations of a network. Really the first way is how can you do it and just set up, say, in a home. The second way is how do I take this so I can have somebody else do it for me, right? Apart from that, the requests that I've been getting, and it's been coming in, so I have no choice but to build it out, have been, hey, show me what I can do from this point forward. So I have a section, literally, as soon as I jump off of here, you'll have more videos. So just keep checking back. I'm not going anywhere, man. Don't worry, you're gonna get a lot more. I have more, so I want to show you some really cool ways to utilize your network. So yeah, no worries. If you have any questions or if you want to reach out to me, give me a call, 570-550-1912. Give me a call. I'll answer any question. I'm not going anywhere, my friend. So don't worry. Moving down the list here, Joshua, Chris, your videos are really helpful. Thank you for sharing your experiences. Is there any place, Facebook, etc., where I can contact you? Yeah, I've been just with my family the past couple days. I just was put behind a couple days, just because my little guy was a little off. He wasn't feeling well. So, when that, your world stops. So I just was shut off for a while, which slowed me up. I was off. You saw, like, my video stopped for 3 days. In any case, but you can reach out to me. So if you've tried in the past couple days and I've been gone, that was why. But yeah, go to Facebook, message me, Messenger. I try to check it pretty frequently. Other than that, message me on WhatsApp. All right, and my number and my address are in the description of every single video. All right, so how do we contact you? Yep, again, my phone number and my address are in the bottom of every single video, and you can always get with me, Chris Palmer SEO on Facebook. All right, so I'm testing it again. Yeah, Greg, if you get another one, if it could be duplicated, then you're on to something. I've gotten lucky numerous times, and I thought it was one thing or another, but when I went back to duplicate it, I was having trouble. I've even been successful 1 or 2 times, but if you get something where it's clicking, you get it 3, 4, 5 times, then you're on to something. That's why when I'm talking about creating a real business, that particular method, like, that's something that's been working for 3 years, so yeah. All right, so I think I know that I got all the questions that are in here, so I'm going to go ahead and hop off. If you have any further questions, go to the comment section where I'll be more than happy to answer them. I hope that this provided value. If you're brand new to SEO and you found this video, I hope that, the tips that we covered today, about the no follows, they pass juice, about the citations, making them unique, how speed's a small ranking factor, duplicate content's a part of the web, so don't worry about it. The embeds are backlinks. Like, I hope that those tips have been beneficial for you. And then 9 to 5. Yeah, I mean, if you want to contact me right now, if you have something very serious too that you want to talk to me about, just say yes in here and I'll meet you on Facebook right now. As soon as I hop off here, I'll give you a couple minutes of time. If it's something serious that you don't, that you need help with, I'd be happy to. And if you want to schedule an hour, we could do that. But if it's just something quick and you just don't want to talk about it publicly, say, yeah, I'll meet you on Facebook in the comment section, and I'll meet you over there right now. Just go to facebook.com/Chris Palmer SEO and then use Messenger and message me. And we'll talk about it. All right, so I'm going to hop off for now. It's been a pleasure. Everybody have a wonderful, blessed day. Everybody stay safe, stay healthy. I'll see you in the next video.